Yeah, what's going on, people, and welcome back to the Blue Steel Podcast Show. I'm your co-host LV Live, along with my co-host Jeff. And Jeff, there were skyrockets, explosions, and all the great stuff going on in Chicago this weekend with the All-Star Weekend breaking into the Windy City. What'd you think about that, Jeff, my man?
What's going on, man? It was nice, man. Capped it off with the All Star game. And to be honest, initially I was like, I don't know what the NBA doing with this new format, but at the end of the day, it ended up being a really good game, which is, ultimately it was nice to see that, So they did a great job. The NBA usually does a great job with most things, and capping it and kind of making it like a tribute to Kobe for the whole weekend and all those things. They did a great job with everything. So
Yeah, they definitely did. But once again, right before we get into it, once again, I just want to say this to you people. Thank you for coming by and supporting our show. It is truly, truly appreciated from me and Jeff. Please also, too, make sure you go check out that LV Live. JB Presents Locker Room Talk. That's my boy Jeff and I. We put that up, but Jeff has really been spearheading the whole thing, putting up a lot of great content for you guys. We'll definitely touch on one of the topics that Jeff put up before the show was out. But please, once again, hit that like, share, subscribe button, and please continue to come through and support. We truly appreciate it. But yeah, just to piggyback off of that, Jeff, I thought it was a great game, man. I was very very happy of the tribute that they made to Kobe. It's well deserved. He's given so much to the game, and it just feels good. It just feels good for them to just do those things for him. Um, it's just good, man. It's just really really good, and I think it was definitely something that he deserved. You know what I
yep,
mean? Definitely something, and you know, you kind of like don't want to make it all about him, because a lot of these guys, they've worked really hard to get to this part of their career. You know what I mean? As far as being all stars, but it's so hard to understand when you think of an NBA All Star. How can you not think of Kobe Bryant in that sentence as well?
right.
And so that's why, and it's funny. It's kind of like symbolic, right? Because it's an All Star game. You're supposed to kind of be laid back, but they play the game hard, just like Kobe would want them to.
Right.
Um, and kind of everybody kind of had that Mamba mentality, right? Um, and it was just great to see, Jeff. Great to see, all the top of the top, the best players in the world really going at it in that fourth quarter. It was just great to see, Jeff.
Yeah, I agree, man. And really nice that NBA named the All Star Game MVP after Kobe. Nice tributes to that'll go on forever. In a good way. Obviously, and including David Stern as well. Can't overlook that either. In terms of losing someone else is really important to the NBA and help grow the game exponentially as well. So big ups. And NBA, like I said, they always do a really good job of handling things. I feel, you know, um, they do a good job. Even stuff we talked about before with everything with China thing and before the season started, and this overall, man, NBA I feel does a pretty much as good a job as any professional league we have in America in the major sports have handling anything, whether it be a tragedy, triumph, especially tragedy, which is when the commissioner gets involved more because that's why they get paid all that money to deal with those big things. So I think they did a really good job of it and handled it in the appropriate way. Like you said, the players went out there and played. Kobe had an impact on pretty much all those guys, whether it be just looking up to him or having a good relationship with him. So it was really nice. Players went out there and put in work and played hard. And hopefully it keeps a similar type format to what they did this year, moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jeff, man, I mean, if you go straight to the game, man, I mean, jeez, I mean, Kawhi Leonard, of course, everybody knows he walked away with the MVP, 30 points. The King, LeBron James, walked in there with 23 points. Chris Paul, 23 himself. Anthony Davis, Greek Freak on the other side of things. Team Giannis had 25. My boy Kemba Walker from NYC, of course, had 23.
Right.
But it was just, I mean, They was playing defense, Jeff. You had Kyle Lowry doing what he always does, fouling, hacking.
Taking charges in the All-Star
Taking
game.
charges in the All-Star game.
Two of them.
Yeah, and it was just skill. Actually, man, it felt good because, you always want to see how these guys are gonna compete against each other on a high level like this. You know what I mean? And I kind of loved it, man, that they was going at it the way that they were. But but it's just so easy to see. I don't know if you noticed it. Giannis and everybody played well. All those guys played well. But is it? To me, it's still LeBron's league, man. It's still his league. You have the Greek Freak. You have, of course, Kawhi and those guys. But LeBron is still the king, man. I mean, he still got the juice after how many seasons? What is it? 17 seasons?
17. Count.
17 seasons, man. I mean, he still got the juice, man. So I mean, it's just very hard. I don't see anybody playing at this high of a level in this 17th season for a long time. I just don't. He's taken such a back seat, but his stats are solid as they've ever been. And that's with load management, right?
He's not really doing it as much this year, but yeah, he's smart about his body, and he knows his body better than anybody, so he knows what he's doing. I mean, LeBron's he's a superhuman, man, like for real. He's like a superhero. It's ridiculous. As many miles as he's on his legs, as many minutes as he's played. He just puts up ridiculous numbers, and regardless, there's a lot of haters out there with LeBron, but you can't deny greatness, man. I don't, and again, I have no idea what people wouldn't like LeBron anyway. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but we've had those discussions before. But as far as All-Star Weekend, his team won it. Like he said, he was still the general, the puppet master of everything, and he's still, like you said, he's still. I don't call anybody the king, that, but it's still his league, so that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a great atmosphere. Hopefully, people going forward the next couple of years or so, Blue Steel will be out there doing some shows out there. That's definitely the goal for our show. Me and Jeff will be out there in All-Star Weekend for you guys. That's the goal. Blue Steel's going to start doing a lot of big things this year. They're going forward. Start going to a lot of events, and this is definitely on the bucket list for Blue Steel show. We definitely want to be there doing a show possibly live for you guys to see us right there in person, to get a closer look to these guys, to these athletes, who you guys kind of watch on a regular basis. I mean, these guys are amazing athletes. You see Joel Embiid out there moving around the way he is. You see how big Anthony Davis is. He's like a big point guard out there. So agile. Chris Paul, you forget he's 35 years old. He still got bunnies.
And caught his first alley-oop in the league, which is crazy.
Come on, man. Come on. That shows you right there, Jeff, how nice these dudes are.
Yep.
Like people, if people never played basketball before, you played it, or just to clap backboard is hard. Okay. Okay. Just to clap backboard when you're doing a layup. But at 35 years old, to get up the way he did, he's all of what, 6'1", 6'2"?
I don't even know if he's that tall.
I mean, he threw it down like he's been banging it for years, right?
Right, like he's a Skywalker here all the time. I was like, oh, where did that come from?
That just shows you how exceptional these athletes are, man. So, like you said, Jeff, the NBA just did a great job of just everything they do with the weekend, even the slam dunk contest, the celebrity game with Stephen A. coaching.
Getting technicals.
Yeah, getting techs. I mean, the NBA just does a fabulous job with it. So it's definitely something, we Jeff, we definitely got to get out there and definitely kind of be part of that experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be, be firsthand. So that's something. That's definitely on a bucket list, like I said, people. But before we get to the close to the end of our show, Jeff, you said you put a statement out there on the locker room talk that you kind of want to bring to the show, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, just very quickly. I put questions out there. I think we might do something like question of the week kind of thing moving forward. We'll talk more about that. But I put a question out, very simple. It's like, is Dwight Howard a Hall of Famer? I didn't say first ballot enough, anything like that. And I was amazed at how many. Actually, it's probably the biggest thing in terms of comments and chatter that we've had since we started, a month or so ago, two ago. And I was amazed at how many people said he is not. Like, no. You know what I mean? Like I had, it was probably more people that said no, that said yes, definitely. And I was shocked at that. Like me personally, I'm like, Dwight's easy Hall of Famer. Like, it's not even a question of if he is or isn't. It's just a matter of when he's getting in, to me. But there was a lot of people that said no. And again, I was shocked. I couldn't believe
Ah, Jeff, this one is tough, man.
It's not tough.
No, Jeff. Jeff, it is tough, man. It is tough. Listen, Jeff, look. If you're talking about his first 8 years, let me see here. I'm looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think you're right. First 8 years when he was with Orlando, he was dominant.
Best big man in the league.
He was dominant. When he was with Orlando, let me see here. 8 seasons. He was averaging 18.4 points a game. I think it was like 11 boards. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty dominant. He's pretty dominant. But,
8-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA.
Right.
5-time defensive member, 3-time defensive player of the year. If you take Dwight Howard, we all think of Dwight now.
Right.
Right now.
Right.
I'm not saying that your whole career doesn't encompass every year you play, which it does.
Right.
But if we said that about everybody else, and you can put anybody else's face on it, because Dwight's stature is severely diminished since he went to the Lakers the first time. And I first admit it, I couldn't stand that dude once he left. I was like, kick him out. I'll drive him wherever he want to go. So, but if we put that on somebody like, because Chris Bosh, would you say he's a Hall of Famer?
Oh, Chris Bosh is surefire Hall of Famer, man.
Right. I think he is as well. But Dwight's numbers are better than Chris Bosh's numbers, career-wise. Like Bosh he don't have no defensive player of the year. I don't think any time he's considered the best at his position. He's very, very, he's borderline great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in Toronto, he was great. He took a backseat to Miami to win rings, which is great. That's what you want. He got his numbers, he got his money. He's trying to win rings. Totally respect that. But if you compare their careers, Dwight had a better career than him. And a longer career, a longer stretch of a career. So to me, I just think Dwight's problem is his recent years when he still put up good numbers, but he wasn't dominant. And then he had a lot of negative things about him surfacing, not even surfacing, just him, period. He's having a great year this year. Obviously a good chance to win the championship, but the way that things are with the NBA and the Hall of Fame, he's easily getting in the Hall of Fame. They was pushing for Ben Wallace to get in the Hall of Fame this year. Hard players. He didn't make the finalist list. I don't think Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer.
Ben Wallace,
very good defensive player from Detroit.
Listen. Ben Wallace is not getting into the Hall of Fame. Okay.
But he had players pushing hard.
Yeah. Of course, because they understood who he was. Ben Wallace is basically another Charles Oakley. He was basically the same thing. Yeah. Oaktree's not getting the NBA Hall of Fame. Neither is Ben Wallace.
But Dwight is.
You know what? This Dwight argument is very similar to Eli Manning argument. Very similar. Mm-hmm. He never won a championship. He had good years, right? He's synonymous with being, having a run of being like one of the best centers in the league, if not the best. Excuse me.
What? He had five NBA All-First teams.
Listen, I understand that, but he never won, right?
No, he never won a championship.
Right. So,
which there's a lot of great players never won a championship.
Right. Absolutely. So, is he first ballot? No. Does he get in on a low year? Yes, he does.
He's getting in within 5 years, probably 3.
I don't even think he gets in on a second try.
He should.
I know he should, right? We all think a lot of guys should, but I don't think he.
And he has 2 gold medals.
Hey, listen, man. I understand, I'm with you. But in the court of public opinion,
Yeah, public opinion.
I
You
don't
never
see.
make it.
I don't see.
You never make it. If that was the case.
Listen. Come on, man. Listen, I just don't see him getting in. I think it's going to take him some time. And to your point, he's got a lot of great numbers. He actually was very dominant when he was in Orlando. But we've forgotten about that. Like we haven't, because
absolutely.
he's been kind of like a shadow of himself. You know, he's not okay. I'll put it this way: he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer like Melo. Melo's first ballot.
He's had a better. I don't want to say better career.
Not even close.
Not even close.
No.
Like Melo's a great scorer. Melo ain't never win nothing.
No. He's not even close. Carmelo is first ballot Hall of Famer. He's one of the best small forwards that ever played a game. Dwight is not even top 3 centers.
No, he's definitely not. He's definitely not top 3.
Melo's probably top 5 small forwards of all time.
Top 5? I don't know. I have to take a look at the list.
Listen, I'm just throwing it out there. I think he's top 5.
Okay.
I think he's top 5. Look, LeBron's number 1.
Definitely.
LeBron's number 1. So Larry Bird's number 2. Who else we got up there?
I don't know.
Scotty. Scotty.
Yeah, he's not better than Scotty.
Scotty, right? Scotty's number 3. Small forward. Who's number 4?
No, I have to.
Right. So we got to think. Maybe Dominique.
Nick's not better than him.
Nick's not better than Melo.
Nick's better than Melo.
Nick's better than Melo.
Yeah. Nick is like top. He's in the top 10 scoring. I'll say.
I think Melo's got more points than Nick.
Really?
Is Melo top 10?
Yeah. I would give him top 10.
No, is Melo in top 10 scorers of all time?
I don't think he is. I have to look that up.
See what locker room talk does, people. This is what it does. It gets us in here rocking and rolling.
Right.
No, but listen.
I got it.
But what I'm saying is, when you start thinking of dominant players,
17th.
Melo's 17th, right? And what is Nick?
13th.
He's 13th. Okay, so I don't think Melo's
in less games.
Right. See, I don't think Melo's gonna catch Nick. Right.
Nah.
So Nick's number 4. Right. We'll give Dominique
Dr.
that.
J?
Dr. J. Yeah, Dr. J's number. So Dr. J's number 5. All right. So put Melo 6 or 7.
I mean, you got. I'm looking at a. See, I consider Worthy of more than a 4.
Who Worthy? Worthy was a 4. Worthy was legit, was he not?
Oh yeah, he was the truth.
He ran that floor. He was That's Showtime on the wing. You know you a Laker fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Then you also got. I mean, we never say Elgin Baylor played, but I'm looking at a list. This is just a list of 4.
Right.
But they even consider Kevin Durant, which is
no. He's power forward, man.
He's not a power forward.
He's a power. He's not a small forward.
Yeah, that's where he started the 3.
Oh, you said Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Kevin Garnett. I apologize.
Oh no, KD.
Yeah, KD's a 3.
Yeah, and KD's better than Melo.
Yeah, KD.
He give him rough for top 10. Definitely.
Right.
Not top
Small
10.
forward, but Melo is first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't know if he's first ballot.
Yo, bro, it's no question Melo is first ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot, like shooing.
Dwight's not first ballot.
I don't think Dwight's first ballot.
Dwight has not been on the top of the league as long as Melo has. Melo has been in the top tier since he came in. And then he had that little hiatus, I guess, when he left the Knicks. But during that whole time, he was, because Melo's 17 years also, LeBron?
Yeah, same amount of years.
What is Melo? 15-time All-Star?
Probably around there.
Something like that, 14, 15-time All-Star.
Probably like 13, 14.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
I'm not like
I'm just
Melo's a bad boy. I'm not.
right.
I could just.
So all I'm saying
Let's see.
is Dwight.
He's only 10 times All-Star.
Dwight's 10 time?
No, this is Melo. 10-time All-Star. All-NBA member 6 times.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, my whole point, my whole reason I was saying it is, if you look at, like, Melo is a scorer. There's dudes in the NBA, like Tracy McGrady, perfect example. McGrady and Melo are similar to me in terms of just, like, they were scorers. Like, they was putting in 28 to, like, 26 for, like, probably 7-8 years in a row.
T-Mac didn't have that long of a career to where he was, because his body started breaking down.
Right.
He wasn't.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He didn't make first ballot.
Right, but he didn't have the longevity of consistency that Melo has had. Not that say that he couldn't, but his body wouldn't allow him to.
Right. So let's look. He's a 7-time All-Star, 7-time NBA, 2-time scoring.
Because remember, how many years was he in Orlando?
Let's see.
About 4 seasons?
4 or 5 years.
How many years was he in Houston?
6. Which I would have thought the opposite. I would have thought he was longer in Orlando.
Right. So 4 or 5 years, 6 years in Houston, so it's about 9 years, right?
That's 9, 10 years. 10 years. 2000, 2010.
So
he kind of fell off.
So was he an All-Star every year of those years? With Houston and with Orlando?
He was 7-time All-Star. Don't have like a breakdown of the year.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, look.
From 2001 to 2007, he was All-Star.
Right.
So that goes from Orlando through Houston.
And to me, T-Mac's not better than Melo. He's not.
I don't think he is either.
Now he was the man, but he was not better than Melo. So
right.
I like Dwight. I do. I just think that because like it was like Jeff, he was at a pinnacle, and then the drop off was just crazy. Like it was just like, okay, like what happened to Dwight Howard? Like, you know, did he?
So you saying it would have been better if he just retired?
Like if he retired because he's jumping around, like you're kind of forgetting
the first.
Yeah, like who he was, right? He was dominant, but you know, so the drop off is crazy. You know what I mean? Like you just can't, you know. So
and I agree. He still put up his numbers is one of those funny ones. Like if you look at his numbers, you like he averaged 16 and 12. That's what his numbers is like. But he wasn't as dominant as he was in Orlando. I get it. He's just Hall of Fame. It's easy. It's a slam dunk. I don't even know why people are going to this. Easy.
All right.
Easy.
All right, people, listen. If you guys don't like what Jeff is saying, please hit us up. BlueSteelShow@gmail.com. BlueSteelShow@gmail.com. Hit us up. Let us know how wrong Jeff is, because I think he's wrong. Yeah.
Right, I'll do your Hall of Fame speech for you. Intro, I got you.
Listen.
Especially if you want to chip this shit.
Oh, no, that chip doesn't count. That chip doesn't count.
He's a valuable member of the squad. Absolutely.
He's not even better than JaVale McGee, okay?
He is better than JaVale.
Listen.
He got them 6 fouls. And he got
listen, all you Lakers fans, get at me. Get at me. Is JaVale McGee better than Dwight Howard, okay? Right now, this second.
No. Not even close.
All right, but wait, real quick, before we close it out. Jeff, we got a big fight this weekend, my man.
Yes, we do. Wilder and Fury. Who you got?
Oh, come on, man. This is easy work. This is TKO, man. TKO.
It's easy work?
Yeah, TKO. I'll say by like the between the 9th or 10th, something like that. 9th or 10th.
He's not getting up this time.
Nah, he's gonna get him. This is easy work, man. People listen. You guys, if you guys don't, you guys got to start following the Fight Game. It's a lot of great fighters out there. I've said it before in our shows.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of great boxers. Boxing is still alive and kicking. You guys just got to pay attention to these dudes. Deontay Wilder, 41 fights, 40 knockouts. You guys, once again, hear me out. 41 fights, 40 knockouts. He is probably all time the biggest knockout artist ever. Now, if you think of Tyson, you think of Ali, you think of Foreman, you think of Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, old school Sonny Liston. Who is it? Jack Johnson? Am I correct? Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Jack Johnson. Yep.
Old school, old school. Jack Johnson was
First
fighting.
like heavyweight champ. Yep.
Yeah, he was fighting when they had horses, carriages out there, man. He was knocking dudes
and they
out.
ain't even had, they just fight till you die, basically. Or
Yeah, they fought like 50 rounds.
Right.
He's got more knockout. Listen, man, you guys gotta watch Deontay Wilder. He puts dudes to sleep. You gotta watch it. Last fight was a draw, Jeff.
Right.
A lot of people thought Fury won that fight.
Yeah. But he got knocked down, 3 times, right?
Twice.
Twice, that's right.
And in the 12th round,
I thought he was out.
he was out, and the ref took his time. He was like one.
Jack Reese took a long time.
Yeah, but he was, no, Jeff. But he was doing one Mississippi's. That's not fair.
He was like 1, 2.
You're not supposed to do that. And I think he like helped him up or something. Extended his hand to him and said, "Hey, you want to help you get up? You got this. You got this. You can't do that."
Got you. Yeah. Jack Reese is official referee.
Yeah, but
no, I ain't disagreeing with you. I ain't.
Yo, man, it's exciting, man. It's exciting, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. I heard Fury the other day. Now, of course, people trying to sell fights. This man said he gonna stand toe to toe and slug it out. I was like, you don't want to do that. Is it so? He talking about he gonna knock Wilder out in 2 rounds. He'll be sleeping the first round. You don't want to, because the one thing Fury does have over Wilder, he's a better boxer, pure boxer.
Right.
Definitely. Hands down. But the great equalizer, not even equalizer, the smasher is in his right hand. So you want to take your luck, like Wilder says, you got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I need 3 seconds. Best quote ever. And he will put you to sleep. You don't want to do that. You don't want to try to box. You don't want to try to fight a fighter. You got to box him. Now, I know it's longer, it's harder, it's 36 minutes, it's but that's what you're getting paid millions to do. And I mean, unless you just want to lose, he can't fight the way he just said the other day on ESPN. He can't do that. He'll be sleeping first round. Don't miss it if you do that, because it's going to be over early.
Hey, listen, man, that right hand is not an atom bomb. That right hand is like, remember the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs?
Yes.
That's what that right hand is like that, man. That right hand puts everybody to sleep.
Yeah.
Everybody.
He needs 3 seconds.
Listen.
Like he said.
There has not been a fighter that has been this devastating with the knockouts.
Maybe ever.
Ever, man. I mean, ever. I mean, he puts dudes to sleep. And his power carries through the fight. Like, he's knocking guys out in the 12th round, 9th round. Usually, you lose your power towards the end. Like, he's still putting guys to sleep, man.
Right.
To sleep.
To sleep in the 12th. Like, all right, man, I'm trying to end this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it should be an exciting fight. I think it's going to be in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's something that's going to be big in Vegas this weekend, people. If you have the time, please get it on pay-per-view. You will not regret it. I think it's on Fox pay-per-view, I believe.
I think it's a split with Fox and
ESPN.
I think it's it's like ESPN, PBC.
Right.
It's split televised, whatever, however they do it. I don't even know how they do all that, but yeah, it's both of them. But it's pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Definitely get it.
Yeah, you got to get that. Once again, people, boxing is alive and well. You got to pay attention. Trust me. I understand it's not like the old guys but there's a lot of new young guys coming up who are very, very good fighters. There's one guy coming up who I love, who I'm excited about seeing. That's my boy Devin Haney. Hell of a fighter. You guys never heard about him? Look him up. He's the next best thing coming. Check him out. Young guy. Everyone knows about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, of course, Manny Pacquiao. We can go on and on. Canelo. But the big fight this weekend is probably the biggest star in boxing, who is Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. He's the man. He's the knockout artist against the pure boxer and puncher combination stylist. He's kind of like a clown in there, like Joker.
Right.
Tyson Fury. Laughing, joking, sticking his tongue out, doing all that stuff. So he's a showman.
Yeah.
But he better not play too much because he gets hit with that he gets hit with that right hand. Lights out, Jeff.
Lights out, and then don't forget, man, he got cut up his last fight too, which really should have been stopped, but we know why I didn't. We talked about that, but it's very interesting, man. We'll see. We'll see how this goes down, man. It could go a number of different ways. You know, I just hope Wilder jabs. If he jabs right and, you know, comes with that right hand, it's going to be over pretty fast.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a lot more patient this fight. I don't think he's going to be as he kind of was a little all over the place last fight. I watched it.
He can get wild. I mean, he's
right.
You know, he's an infant in boxing. Literally.
Right.
He hasn't fought his whole life, so he missed his 10 years of fighting. So he's learning as he's going, which is remarkable considering. But he got that right hand, man.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
That's all you need. That's right.
And you know, be that strong and that big, and you know, he just puts people to sleep.
Yeah. So very true. Hey, great show, my man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Hey, people, thank you so much for coming through and supporting our show. We will be back better than to kind of touch on certain things that happened this weekend with the fight, and we'll definitely get back at you with our show. We appreciate all the love and support, and we'll be back at you, man. All right? Blue Steel, we out.